What is going on, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. And in today's video, guys, I want to talk about this subject. I've had a couple players now. We've been playing Marvel Future Revolution for a few days, and I've had a couple players ask me the question, what is the best character that I should start off with? And I'm going to be discussing that today. I'm going to talk about a few of the characters here, some that I've played with so far, and a few that I like and who I think will definitely excel in some of these different game modes here. And I also have another content creator, fellow content creator and brother here with me as well, that also has his thoughts on some of the characters that he's played with as well. And let's actually introduce him just so that we can kind of get into the video and talk about the characters back and forth there. Valley, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro?
Hi, I am. I make videos under the channel ValleyFlyin.
Just in case you guys weren't aware, the ValleyFlyin here. But for real, brother, it's been a while, man, since we've chatted, man. How's everything going with you?
It has been a while. It is going good, and I need more sleep. I've been playing Future Rev for a little bit, and it's taking my time. It's not on mobile because I'm not in Canada. That's the only downside, but I love this game. I want to play this game all the time.
I feel you, man.
We're not talking about how good this game is. We're talking about the characters, right? Which is the best characters. All right.
Yeah. So
how do you lead me? Ask me questions.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like we got to start off with a disclaimer here, and let's change it up here. So we got to start off with a little bit of a disclaimer. So while I do think that there are certain characters that are good for certain things, I will also say that overall, I think all characters are good, right? I don't think that there's any character that I've seen so far that cannot get the content done in the game. Boss nodes, whatever it is, if you're doing blitzes, whatever, you are fine with every single character that is in this game. There are, I think what's going to differentiate what you probably want to use in terms of characters most likely is going to be playstyle. Like, who do you like? Who do you like looking? What's the feel? What's the look? Do you like a brawler type? Do you like someone that's a blaster? That's probably going to be a deciding factor in regards to who you select to use as a character hero. And what are your thoughts about that? I mean, what decision did you make in terms of how you went about selecting their character, and who are you using right now?
All right, so I think you're absolutely 100% right. All these characters are good. It will come down to play style. Yeah. And I think I selected the wrong character for my playstyle when I started off. I started with Captain America. I was watching the footage. I was like, this guy looks so good. His moves, his animations. But as I started playing with him, and as I started avoiding the damage, I'm not doing that very well. So I needed a different character that matched a little more of my playstyle, a little easier for someone new like me, not that I could avoid those damage windows and timing and stuff. So I'm playing with Storm right now. So my Captain America is my main character. I haven't built up, but Storm, I like the feel of her. But I had noticed you're using Doctor Strange, which I think has a very similar feel to Storm. So I think that's a good character for starting players. These magicians, these wizard type characters, the Storm or Doctor Strange, because you could attack enemies at range. You're not as vulnerable to those damage windows. And as I see you're playing with Doctor Strange, you're avoiding all those damage, and you're not even getting close to the enemies. So I think for newer players that aren't as familiar with these action type RPGs, Storm, Doctor Strange are going to be very forgiving for newer players. But as you start to get into it and you learn about the dodging and stuff, that's where characters like Captain America, Black Widow, Spider-Man will be. You'll be able to have more fun with them because you're getting a more of a grasp of the game. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with that. The long range sort of abilities that characters like Storm, Doctor Strange, as you see me use it right now, Iron Man even, right? Iron Man has a little bit of long range attacks as well. So I find that those characters are sort of better for these boss matchups that you'll get as you kind of climb through these different storylines and campaigns, these super villains that are out there. They're a little bit better, and they're actually a little bit more easier to use. I think characters, let's say like Black Widow and Captain America, they're a little bit more nuanced. Right?
Yeah. Because there's a little more close-up damage. Captain America, you gotta be right up on the enemy. And when you do that, you expose yourself to damage. And if you're not as familiar with the damage windows and how to avoid those and blocking and dodging and all that stuff that you need, kind of like I am with Captain America.
Yeah.
It's going to be a little tricky, and you're going to have to figure this stuff out fast, because as you're doing a lot of stuff on auto right now. A lot of stuff is very easy, but as you get to some of these bosses, you're not able to auto them. You're going to get smashed, and you need to have the different mechanics of the character down and be very familiar with that. So I would agree with that. Those characters are a little harder to use because of the face tanking. I think that's what they call it in these. That you have to do with those characters.
Yeah, for sure, and I think CM. I actually also unlocked CM too. I'll show you the characters that I've currently unlocked right now and who I'm using. So I do have these extra slots that I haven't filled up yet. I know you filled up these extra slots, right? You were able to use some cores here.
So the way it works is you could play with all of these characters. There's 8 characters to start off with. You could play with all of them, and as you scroll up, there's some lock sections there. Mm-hmm. You could unlock those sections by spending 400 crystals, getting that expansion ticket that is saying there. Yep. It doesn't go up, so it's 400. So all 4 of those slots is 1,600 crystals, and then you can play with each of the characters. Very simple, but you're gonna have to spend some cores. You get them through natural progression of the game, so you could actually unlock them free to play. But if you want to do it right now, you can spend some money. But yeah, you can play with all the characters. You don't actually have to unlock them. Just buy that slot and it's unlocked permanently.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not playing it right now. You guys won't hear it. When you click on each individual character, by the way, something that's actually pretty dope and pretty cool is that they have a different theme song.
Yeah, I'm not wanting to play the music either. I don't know what the copyrights are on that, and YouTube and Twitch are very sensitive to copyright stuff. But the music is very good when you guys are really cool. When you guys are playing, so trust us. There's some good music in this game.
Yeah, for sure. Now, other than Captain America, who else are you using? So as you got, well, I'll tell them who I'm using right now. So I'm using Doctor Strange. Obviously, is my main. Storm, Doctor Strange are very similar. Captain Marvel is a character that I brought up to like level 9. Eventually, I'm going to go back around and I'm gonna get every character, right? And the goal is to probably bring up like maybe 1 or 2 of them to level 100, and because that's the level cap right now in the game. And then probably bring up some of these other characters here and use them. I talked about Black Widow earlier. She's very nuanced in terms of her kit. Like if you can figure out, because I've seen players use Black Widow right now, and they're doing a lot of really good work with her, but she's a little bit more difficult to control.
I would say Black Widow and Spider-Man very, very squishy. And if you don't have that dodging and all that stuff, when you go to that character select screen, it has the difficulty to use these characters. Black Widow very difficult, Spider-Man very difficult as well, because I think they have very low health. So if you're not controlling the characters very well, you're not dodging, you're not getting out of the way all the damage, you could die very easily, despite their high damage that they could output.
Okay, I got you.
But I haven't used either of them too much, so I don't know all the nuances of either of those characters too well.
Yeah, and I don't see a lot of people using Star-Lord. I don't have Star-Lord unlocked myself. I don't see a lot of people using that character right now. Are you familiar with anyone using Star-Lord and kind of
just people on chat when I'm live streaming? People are saying that as well. They don't see a lot of Star-Lords, but the people that have been using it on chat have been telling me they said they've been enjoying him as well. So I'm hearing everything good about every single character. I'm not really hearing a downside. It's just some characters are going to be easier to use if you're not as familiar with the game, and then but if you're good at the game and you know all the different things, I think all these characters have value and will be able to take you where you want in PvP. The other thing, have you played some of these PvP matches, these Omega battles though?
So I've unlocked. I just unlocked Omega. Oh, I don't think I've
Have you unlocked Arena though? That one is very challenging. Yeah, the Omega War right there.
Omega War. This is a challenge.
I would recommend a Storm or a Doctor Strange for that mode though. Because if you're trying to face tank in that big crowd, you can't really see what's going on. I'd rather stay outside the battle, and then just do my damage from range. So I would probably recommend Storm or Doctor Stranger, because they have that high damage output, and they're not going to be exposing themselves as much damage as someone like a Captain America or Spider-Man would.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. I agree with that too. I think even in the raids, you're kind of once you unlock raids, which I think let's take a look at it here. You unlock raids at. I was just here. You unlock raids when you get to level 70. Kind of a similar idea here. You're going to want some long range characters. So I guess what we're saying is that the long range characters will make it a little bit easier for you to manage some of these matchups. So Strange, Storm, Iron Man, and even if you can use Captain Marvel's not bad either, because she does have a little bit of So she can get up close with her attacks, but she does also have that blast as well. So she can do some long ranges. It's gonna be a game of pretty much basically developing your skills, play style, and of course there's some characters that are gonna be better for some game modes.
Yeah, and the other thing I got to mention is there's some characters that fly. Storm, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Iron Man, those characters fly, which makes it easier to navigate around the map as well. Yeah. If you're walking like Captain America is, it's easier to fly fast than to run fast. And there's some obstacles that you could go around when you're flying. So you might want to take that into account as well. Some characters could fly, makes it easier. Black Widow cannot, Captain America cannot. And Spider-Man doesn't really fly, but he could swing his webs and swings around. So he's got some pretty good speed for navigating around the maps as well. So that's another thing you need to take into account, not just play style, but the flight,
yeah, and maneuvering around the map. But either way, man, overall, I mean, I know you're enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I think eventually they're gonna release some more characters, right? And we're gonna have some different discussions there. I think in the future, what I might do here is probably just go through each individual character and talk about their play styles. This is kind of like a general overview, just to kind of get yourself kind of started off and figuring out which character you may want to use initially. I definitely think Strange and Storm are easy. They make it less challenging to do some of the content. But I think later on, as you continue to progress, a character like Black Widow, Captain America may be a little bit better for some of your more content, because they're a little bit later content, because they're a little bit more nuanced. I'm not sure about
better, but it offers a different play style.
It
offers a different nuance as far as play style, so it gives you some variety. So I wouldn't say character is better, but just you got to use different play styles, and some are going to be easier in the beginning, and some are going to take a little more skill to manage.
For sure. All right, well, brother, I appreciate you being on the channel, man. Any final words? Any final words for the folks?
Doctor Strange or Storm. Those are the two that I would go for if I was starting all over again. Very, very makes it easy, and you can get familiar with the game. Then go back and use some of the trickier characters. That's what I would do.
Definitely, for sure. But appreciate you guys watching the video. Valley, appreciate you being on the channel, man. It's been a while. We got to do more of these. We do.
Now that your baby is a little older, and maybe get a little more sleep, getting a little more.
Yeah, not fully.
They're going away. They're going away.
A little bit.
So hopefully, start sleeping a little more, and we can do more videos, brother. It's always fun to be on your channel.
Definitely, for sure, man. And we're going to be doing one on your channel too as well, talking about some Future Revolution stuff. So check that out as well, guys.
We're going to be talking about which is better, Future Revolution or Strike Force. A fun one.
Controversy. All right. But love y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all watching the video. Thank you so much again, Valley. Let's tell the people, get them a salute. Y'all be blessed and y'all be safe.
GoofyRhexxi.
That's right.